Hello everyone, and welcome to another Cut It Out Monday video. So over the weekend I kind of played around with the idea of creating a few decorations for Thanksgiving this year. So I wanted to show you the place cards that I decided I wanted to do this year for everyone's eating. Now I know that once everyone gets here and everyone sits down, the kids are gonna be like, oh, I want to sit next to Grandma, I want to sit next to Grandpa, you know. So this is just an idea that I had, not even sure if I'm actually going to implement it the day of, but since we will be using a different table, I thought it might be kind of fun to have everything set out and ready to go. So we'll go ahead and do it. I did want to point out one thing, that the place cards that I will be making, I did not notice over the weekend that they have a Make It Now project for it. But when I went on here earlier, I do like this place card image, but I noticed that it would cost me $4.99. Even though I have the subscription, I do not have this font. So it would cost me $4.99 to get the font. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I created. But if you happen to have this font, I'm not even sure which font it is. Let me see if it'll tell me. Oh, okay. So this font is Lyrical Letters 2. I do not have that font. So if you happen to have that font as well as the subscription, and so all of this will be free, feel free to make this project yourself. Otherwise, you can follow along with the one that I make. So you want to do is, once you have signed in like I have, you want to go over here to Create New Project. And once you have decided what shape you want your place cards to be, that is what you're going to want to do first. I decided I like the circle look, so I'm going to stick with the circle. I'm going to bring it up here. We're going to duplicate it. You can hit the duplicate button over here, or you can hit copy and paste. I'm going to hit the duplicate button. So now you have two circles the same size. You're going to take one circle, I would suggest the first circle because it's already at the back, and change the size to what you want. I want these to be 3 inches tall and wide. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to change the color of this one just so we can see it better to white. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it in the center. Don't worry about that. For some reason that happens once in a while. There we go. So you can leave it this size, or you can make it a little bit smaller. I think I'm actually going to leave it this size. I kind of like that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take both of them, highlight both, and you'll know that they're both highlighted when both of them are gray over here at the side. You're going to want to hit the slice button. The slice will actually cut the circle out, so you can not weld them. You can attach them together, so your machine will just cut it out. But I'm going to actually insert my image into the circle, so it'll cut that out instead. So you want to have both of them highlighted, hit slice, wait for that to do its thing. Now it gives you 3 different images over here on the side, but you only see the one. So if you highlight this one here, let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. It's a dark color on a dark color. Take that one away, and then this is the original circle that we used. I'm not sure why it's giving us all 3, but now you have a circle within a circle. You can go ahead and delete both of those because you don't need them anymore, unless you want to keep them for another project. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to duplicate this, and then you're going to want to oops, excuse me, no, you don't want to duplicate this yet. Not yet. You're going to want to go and find the image that you want to use. I decided to use a turkey. So I'm going to wait for this to boot up. Oops, sorry. Let me move my back. Okay, up here in the search bar, we're just going to type turkey. and you get plenty to choose from. I decided to use this one right here. It is free with my subscription. Click on it and then insert image. Now I'm going to go ahead and take away the lighter gray here because I don't need those to cut out. I just want the outline of the turkey. So you can either ungroup and then delete it, or you can just hide it altogether. It will not cut it out if it's hidden. Let me zoom that in so I can see a little better. Okay. Let me center this in the screen too. There you go. Okay, so then you're just going to want to take whatever image you have and line it up. You do want some of it on this side touching the circle as well as on this side. But as you can see, this will lose some of the feathers, so I'm going to resize it. We're actually going to unlock it down here so we can resize it this way as well. I'm not worried about his feet, I just wanted a few feathers to be shown. Okay, so now that I have it the size that I want, I'm going to take this and I'm going to weld. Click on the weld button over here. So now you can see that it will cut out all these little spots right here, but some of the bird is still connected. So let me zoom into that so you can see. I think I'm actually going to make it so that these two right here touch, but you can see that there's no cut line right here. So let me hit the undo button and zoom back out. Okay, and highlight both pieces again. And again, you'll know that they're both highlighted when they're both gray. Hit weld, as well as the features up here will allow you to. So I'll have little tiny cuts, except for this one right here, which is fine, but that'll still give the idea. And his foot will have the same marks as well. Okay, zoom back out. Now, you can do one of two things. You can do a second circle, make it a solid circle to attach, or you can take this image and rotate it so when you fold it closed, it will be the same image on both sides, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this and duplicate it, and then we're going to zoom out one more time. And we're going to go up to edit, excuse me, yep, edit. I'm going to stick that up at the top so we know that it's, and I like it like that. This one will be the front, so we actually want this one to be upside down. So we'll click on that one, and you want to flip it up. So now when it folds closed, once you weld it together, once it folds closed, you will have both of your images facing the same direction. So now you're going to want to highlight both of them. Oh, I put it too high up. Hold on a second. There we go. Come on. There we go. So now that they are both like that, I'm going to hit weld, and that'll weld the two pieces together. And there you go. So, and now you will have a fold line right there. You can have your machine score it for you if you want, or you can just fold it yourself. I'm just going to go ahead and fold it. Now, to put the name on there, we're actually going to change the color of this so you can see. So we'll make them white. You can cut them out in any color that you want. Just remember that the darker the cardstock, the harder it will be to see the name. I have a tendency to forget that if I'm writing on there. So now you're going to just want to go to add text, and we'll just type in a name. Oh, actually we'll make it a longer name. Okay, and you want to resize this, but you also want to change it to a writing style. So you can change the font to the font that you like, but if you like this font, you can also just have it write, but this is not a writing style, so this will give you block letters, which is just as good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. But I do want it in a writing style, so you're going to want to come up here to edit while you're clicked on the name and change where it says regular underneath what kind of alphabet it is. You want to go down to where it says writing, and that'll change that. Come on, there we go. Okay, highlight everything. Make sure you get everything in the box. There you go. You're going to want to hit attach, and there you go. Okay, so I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to get my paper ready, and then I'll show you guys how it cuts out. Okay, so you're going to want to hit cut, and it'll bring you to the screen. You can see where it is. I have my paper on my mat, and that stinks because it's a brand new mat. I'm going to turn on the machine and open it up. Okay, and I'll bring you over to my machine. One thing I did forget, if you are planning on handwriting all the names on there, you can just avoid this step altogether with the name, and you can hit as many as you need. So if you've got 10 people coming, you put 10 up here in this little box up here. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. Hit apply. It's gonna take it a second, and it will automatically put the number of images on a mat. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of wasted space down here. What does bother me is that unless you go back to the other screen and attach everything, so you have, you know, like 3 this way and 1 or 2 going the other direction, this is how it'll look. So you end up with quite a bit, in my opinion, of wasted cardstock, even if you put it in your scrap pile, to get as many images out, because right now you've got 4 mats for 10 images. So just keep that in mind when doing this. Alright, now over to the machine. Okay, we're going to hit the go button and wait for all of this. Let me see if I can zoom you out. There you go. Let's see a little better. Oops. Just waiting for my computer and machine to register each other. I've already got my pen in. I have the medium calligraphy pen. I thought it might be fun to try that one out. Okay, this is now flashing. I can load my mat. I do need to change the... Oh, no I don't. I've already done that. You will want to adjust the knob depending on what kind of cardstock you're using. For instance, this is normal weight cardstock, but I do have some white cardstock that I have to actually use it on the light cardstock setting because it doesn't cut out as nicely on the regular. So you do want to keep that in mind when cutting. Our cutting light is lit, so we're going to go ahead and hit that and watch the machine do its work. I think that cuts out really nicely. Now it's going to cut out the turkey. You can pause the machine if you want to remove the pin, but it will do all of the writing first. And now we're on to the second half. Go ahead and zoom out, because we are just about done. Okay, it's done cutting. I'm going to go ahead and pop out my pin so I don't forget about it, so it doesn't dry out. And this is it comes in the multi-pack that you can find at Joann's and Michael's. Okay, you want to hit let me turn it so you can see. The load button is flashing again, so you want to unload your mat. And as you can see, we've got cutouts. So I'm going to move over to the table and we'll get this pulled off. Okay, not my normal desk. It's a bit of a mess. So now we're just going to very carefully pull off the excess paper here. It is a brand new mat. It's actually not brand new. I use it mostly just for cutting off vinyl. But I forgot I have one of those multi-packs, so I have a different mat for vinyl now. Don't worry about the tearing right there. That's, again, it's a new mat. See? It's very sticky. My hands are sticking to it. You can use a scraper to get these off, but I didn't think I'd need it, so of course I don't have it right at hand. But I think I'll go get it. Okay, so a little spatula here. All right. Whew, good thing that scrap. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and very carefully take off that. Very carefully. I'll pause it and I'll come back. Okay. Oh, got it mostly off. So it turns out I didn't attach the beak very well. So now we have our piece. I'm just going to want to line up the turkey on the inside as best you can, and then fold it over. Okay, it's okay if it doesn't line up 100%. Oof. You want to get all the little bits off if you can. So there you go. Let me move the very sticky mat. Should have seasoned that better. There you go. You can also trim this a little bit flat if you want, so that it'll stand up straighter. So let's do just a little tiny cut. I'm gonna hang it off the edge so I know that it's all flat. Okay, so I just flattened it a little, and now it'll stand up. Perfect. There you guys go. Name placement. Probably should have cut it that way, but that's okay. Thanks guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you next time. Bye.